Hello and welcome to the 2016 Rugby America's North Championship from beautiful Miramar, Florida, just north of Miami at Vizcaya Park. I'm your host, Mark Patterson, and joining me today, former Life University standout and current head coach of the Boca Raton Youth Rugby Club, it's Chris Vassell. Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Mark, it's a pleasure.
We are going to see some serious rugby today. Our first game to start off the Rugby America's North Championship is going to be Mexico against the Turks and Caicos. Now, the Turks and Caicos, they have been around for only 3 years now, but they've been mighty strong in their 3-year competition. The first year they made it to the trophy final, and from a team that's really comprised of about 100 rugby playing kids in the whole country, they are up for a huge challenge against Mexico today.
Yes, they are. Mexico seems to come. They're very good. They come from a great level of rugby.
Right.
A lot of players, a lot of clubs in their area. And you would be surprised. I found out they got football, American football, and they play American football and play rugby at the same time. And you would think that they would play soccer most of everything, which is football.
We were told by their coach, Ruben Duque, that they have a lot of American football fields that they actually practice on. So it's going to be pretty interesting today, watching these two teams going to be battling it out. They're getting ready for the national anthems pretty soon. So the starting lineup for the Turks and Caicos, we have at loosehead prop, Attila Forbes. Number 2, the hooker, is going to be Kalano Palmer. At the tight end spot is Aaron Williams. At your number 4 spot lock is Jimmy Coleman. Number 5 is Collie Morris. The flanker, blind side, is Joseph Musgrove. Number 7 is Andy Forbes. Your 8-man for today, Turks and Caicos, is Calum Pratt. Scrum half is Cairo Outen. Number 10, the outside half or fly half, is Sherman Taylor. Your number 11 wing is Tremaine Missick. Center is Myron Pereira. Number 13, the outside center, is David Bean. The winger is Norvin Prinsima. And the fullback and playmaker of the team is Trevon Garland. Moving on to the substitutions or the subs on the bench is Aaron Robinson. Number 17 is Serge Pierre, Travion Glinton, Donatello Gardner, DeAndre Glinton, Kermaine Simmons, Delonzo Ewing, Ashad Bean, and Jed Dorville. Now, Chris, take us through the Mexico starting lineup.
Okay, on the Mexican side, we have loosehead Jafet Suro. At hooker, Maximiliano Arriago. At tight head, Esteban Vimas. At lock, Adrian Obregon. And at lock again at number 5, Giovanni Ponce de Leon. At the blind side, the flanker back row, which would be Eduardo Rodriguez. Open side, Jose Angel Perez. And number 8, Geronimo Ramirez. Now coming at 9, scrum half, Carlos Gerardo. Number 10, outside half, Rodrigo Ripoll. And wing, Jadel Suro. And at center, which is the captain, which is Franco Guerrero. Number 13, center, Patricio Falcon. Wing, Ricardo Anciera. And fullback, Alvaro Garza. And at front row reserves, we have Luis Mario Lopez, Jose Maria Morato, and Yair Camacho. And at the reserves to follow, we have Brandon Bustos, Emiliano Alvarez, Mauricio Moreno, Rafael Sanchez, and Luke Martin.
So the 2016 Rugby America's North Championship, it's pretty much a RAN Super Week. And we have 13 teams here, 4 women, and the first time ever we're going to have a 10s tournament four women's teams in a 10s tournament. So if you want to follow us, just go with and post something. It's hashtag RAN Super Week. So RAN Super Week. Now let's go through the pools this year for the Rugby Americas Championship. Pool A, we have Mexico, Turks and Caicos, and the Cayman Islands. And Pool B, USA South, Bermuda, Trinidad Tobago. Now the trophy division is going to have Guyana, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. It is a sultry 92 degrees here in Miramar, and it feels like 104. So heat and fatigue may be an impact today. I know that I'm sweating like crazy right now, Chris, but I'm just excited for rugby to start. How about you?
I'm really excited. It's a Saturday.
Right.
Saturday
is a rugby day, Chris.
That's right.
So we have 4 incredible ball boys and girls today, and they're going to be assisting us. So they're very excited to run around in the heat, and they're all rugby players as well. So we should be very excited. We're getting ready for the national anthems pretty soon. And the next game that we have to follow this is going to be USA South versus Bermuda. We will take a break right now and get ready for the national anthems, and we'll come right back to you right here on the 2016 Rugby Americas North Championship.
Ambulance is here. All right. You know, you picked the worst in Florida. You need to tell me I can't tell the world about these two guys. Scott, you need to be over here.
We're not going on that side, stupid.
Right, we're going to start with the national anthems. We're starting with Mexico first, followed immediately after by Turks and Caicos.
Once again, welcome to the 2016 Rugby America's North Championship from Vizcaya Park in Miramar, Florida, just north of Miami. I'm your host, Mark Patterson. Sitting beside me today, former Life University standout and current head coach of the Boca Raton Youth Rugby Club, Chris Vassell.
Happy Saturday.
Yes, we're excited about this game getting underway. Mexico versus Turks and Caicos. It ought to be a pretty interesting match we see here from Pool A. Now, Turks and Caicos, they're almost in a rebuilding season this year. 7 or 8 of their veterans have moved up to the men's side. So we'll kind of see what we get from Turks and Caicos. As for Mexico, they really rely on their power and pass. So they are filtering from over 100 teams in the country of Mexico, whereas Turks and Caicos is going to be, they'll be pulling from about 100 players in the total country. It ought to be very, very interesting to watch here. Ready to rock and roll. I wanted to see a haka, to be honest with you, Chris. Those are pretty good. They were pretty short and sweet, but they were good. I see a lot of emotion out here. It's going to be a warm one today. Yes. 92 degrees in the shade. Yes. 108 when you're out on the pitch. So that's what it feels like, at least. So hopefully these players are well hydrated and will be able to last the 80 minutes.
I'd love to see these young kids, the U19s out here playing today. My understanding there might be some 15 years old kids out here playing, moving on up.
Pretty much U19s. 15 on up. Most of the players we're going to see here are 17, 18, and the rule is you cannot turn 20 in the calendar year of 2016. I know this is a great opportunity for these players. Gotcha. Chris, when did you start playing rugby?
Oh, man. Before they even lift in the lineouts.
Right. I was 19, so yes. I started late. I started very late. We're getting ready for the kickoff right here. Mexico is going to be kicking to Turks and Caicos.
Mexico in green, Turks and Caicos in blue.
Penalty on Mexico. Is going to have a free kick for Turks and Caicos. Looking like they're going to try to find touch here.
Yes. Seems like a wide pitch today, so let's see what they have to do.
Ooh, a little bit of a shank there, but he got it out of bounds. It'll be Turks and Caicos throw in, just right by their 10-meter.
Line out at the 10.
Aaron Robinson with the throw in here.
Mexico takes possession.
Number 9 taking it up for the ruck, setting it up. Nice crash ball. Past the gain line. Knocked forward by Mexico.
Offload failed on that one. Too many hands in the ruck at the same time.
Yeah. Hard luck with the knock on there. They're moving the ball forward, getting past the gain line. We'll see our first scrum down of the day. Turks and Caicos putting it in here, just past their 10-meter. Ball's out. Reversing field. Hard run by the center, nice. Taking it through the gain line. Quick ball out to the winger. Oh, it's a breakaway.
Yes.
Gathered in by the 10 of Mexico. Penalty on Mexico. Going to be a free kick for Turks and Caicos. All right, Turks and Caicos for kicking it for touch. They'll have to throw in the lineout.
Nice, good break by Turks and Caicos. Good speed out there. Missed tackle.
Looks like they have an abundance of speed so far just in the first 5 minutes of the game. We'll see if that's going to be a benefit to them. Mexico stolen the line out. Taking a crash ball up. Nice pack player pushing the ball forward. You'll notice that the Mexican team is going to be a lot beefier than Turks and Caicos. Oh, nice. Quick ball to the outside center there.
Good line break.
Penalty, diving up, not wrapping. Not wrapping by the Mexicans. Going to be a penalty kick. No score so far. 9 minutes in. Ooh, big prop taking it on. Nice hard tackle by Mexico. Setting up the ruck. And a knock on.
Unfortunate.
By Turks and Caicos. So, Chris, what do you think what do you see so far in these first 9 minutes?
I think they just need to settle in, feel the game out. I think both sides are just waiting for one person to make a mistake.
35-minute halves, I'm told, so the first 4 minutes in. So, yeah, it looks like they're just kind of feeling each other out. Looks like we're going to have a split backs here. Scrum down right in the middle of the field. Mexico's put. Number 9, Carlos Gerhard from Mexico will be putting the ball in here. Clean ball, pass wide, dummy scissor, nice. The 10, nice hand, stiff arm, setting the ruck up. They got numbers here. 8-man taking it up.
Nice offload.
Still going to the strong side.
Very good movement by the ball from Mexico. Really quick ball, set the ruck.
Right, not rolling away. Penalty on Turks and Caicos. Let's see what Mexico does here. Right at the 10-meter of Turks and Caicos. Their captain, Franco Guerrero, the number 12, is going to be kicking it into touch. Getting ready for the line out, attacking. Well, Chris, so far it seems like Mexico has been utilizing their size and pushing the ball down the field.
Yes, that's true. But I like how they set the platforms really quick at the breakdowns through the ruck phase.
Nice quick
and
ball.
Quick balls outside, so that's good. Hard luck sometimes when they come in and get hands in the ruck,
right.
But they got pinged for it, so
right.
Now it's out of bounds and Mexico keeps possession.
Let's see if they utilize their size and try for go for a push-in try here. With their back. Whoa. Oh, Turks and Caicos recover the line out. Passing it wide. Trying to clear it. Offside by Turks and Caicos. Penalty for Mexico. Quick tap. On the corner. Are they going to be able to get it in? No, it's a ruck. The number 6 takes it through. Not able to tap it down yet. Another ruck. Big 8-man coming through. Got about 5 defenders on them.
Looks like
got about 8 people wide. Let's see if they can get it wide here. Nice ball handling by Mexico, and they put it down in the corner. Mexico 5, Turks and Caicos nothing, getting ready for the extra point.
Good way to pass the ball out there, look for space. Real fast out wide. Turks and Caicos seemed like they got caught looking in at the breakdown and didn't identify numbers in front of them.
Wow, they really sucked them in right there.
Definitely.
I mean, it was great execution by Mexico there where they had all their big guys crashing in and just basically took up all the Turks and Caicos to take care of them. And then you had great ball movement out wide. Usually in those, people get white line fever and they'll end up knocking the ball on. So good execution by Mexico there. Let's see if they convert this extra point here. Ooh, and no. Extra point is no good. So, with 26 minutes left in the first period, the first half, Mexico 5 and Turks and Caicos 0. So let's see what happens tonight now if Turks and Caicos can come back and see what they can do against this Mexican side. Ball bouncing, went backwards though. Mexico maintains possession. Geronimo Ramirez, the number 8, getting a big workout today so far. Nice ball handling by Mexico. They maintain possession, getting it out to the winger. He's getting held up there, and the ball is out. It'll be a line out for Turks and Caicos. Let's see if they can get something started here.
Looks like they're showing a full line out here. Let's see. Turks and Caicos.
Not in straight. So let's see what Mexico wants to do. Mexico will opt for a scrum down. So scrum down Mexico, just inside their 10-meter line. Once again, if you want to follow or post anything, just go use the hashtag #RanSuperWeek. Coming from Vizcaya Park here in Miramar, Florida, just north of Miami, Mark Patterson, your host here, along with Chris Vassell in the color commentary. And my son, the ball boy, if he could get out of the way so I can see Cooper, okay? Dummy, nice crash by the 13, breaking through. Running pass, oh, what a great offload.
Good
Down
run.
to the 10-meter line. Let's see what happens here. Seems like diving over the referee's called by Mexico. Penalty to Turks and Caicos. But wow, what a great ball to the 13.
That was a really good run. Really good line break right there. Caught him on the back end. Looking into the ruck again. Not paying attention.
Turks and Caicos did not find touch. It's Mexico's ball. The number 9 has it over to the wing. He's going down the sideline. He is isolated. Let's see. No, they're able to gather him up. Mexico still has the ball in the ruck. Number 4 pounding it through. Second phase, the number 8 man driving home. Oh, it looks like he knocks the ball on. No! It's a penalty to Mexico. Quick tap, tapping it out wide. Sidestep, passing it wide, another wide ball, and the 11th scores in the corner.
Expansive rugby wins every time.
Jadel Suro with the try on the right side. Mexico 10. Turks and Caicos 0. Our referee today is Gavin McCandles. He's a 20-year-old USA ref and rapidly climbing in the ranks of the rugby world. doing a fine job today so far. And the extra point is up. And it is good. That's 2 more points from Mexico. 12-0 so far. 21 minutes left in the first half.
Great run by Patricio, the center, running straight through and really giving Mexico the advantage right there to turn over the ball and actually put pressure on Turks and Caicos.
That totally set that scoring play up. In fact, the number 10, Rodrigo Ribold, he totally set up that 13 and just you could drop a truck through that hole he ran through. I mean, even I could get through that. You know what I'm saying?
Triple P.
Yeah, exactly.
Good run. Good playing by Mexico so far. Turks and Caicos really in there struggling with just keeping down the penalties throughout the game, which could have gone either way, but Mexico keeps possession at the time. You say, Mark?
Yes. They're pounding. Mexico is pounding the ball, and Turks and Caicos are on the back foot most of the time in these tackles. Just can't handle the size of Mexico. 3 and 4 guys with the tackle driving Mexico out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in, Turks and Caicos. Now the wind is the advantage of Mexico right now. As I see the American flag is going from the wind is going from right to left on your video screen here. So Mexico has the advantage with the wind so far. We'll see what happens here on the line out. Mexico gained possession of the line out. Another offload. Driving it down to the 5-meter line of Turks and Caicos. They have a massive overload if they can spin the ball. The 10 to the 12. Oh, the 12 comes through. Franco Guerrero, the captain. Another try by Mexico.
At this point, Mark, I see Mexico really keeping possession of the ball and really moving it real fast through the breakdowns and through the set pieces. So, you know, I say hands again in expansive rugby.
Right.
Wins every time.
They're definitely utilizing their size and just totally creating tremendous overloads. And their ball handling skills have been great. They've been able to capitalize on those overloads through quick ball spinning out wide.
Yes.
First time they scored on the left side of the pitch here. The captain Guerrero for the point after. And that extra point is good. Your score, 17-0 right now. 18 minutes left. Now, excuse me, they hadn't added, there it is, 19-0. Mexico, 18 minutes left in the first half. Now, Mexico usually plays at elevation in Mexico City, so looks like this heat is not causing a problem for them whatsoever, Chris.
Not whatsoever. And, you know, they play in altitude, as you said. East to west.
Right. Boy, I know it's hard to play in altitude.
Oh.
When we went up to, years ago, we went up to play in Denver, and oh my God, I would die like first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So for them, that's a tremendous advantage. Mexico grabbing the ball off the kickoff, taking it through several Turks and Caicos defenders. It's been a continuing story, 4 or 5 defenders it takes to take down each Mexican player. But it's a steal by Turks and Caicos.
Let's see what they can do here.
Pack players taking it up. Number 5, Kalali Moore is taking it in. It looks like Mexico has stolen the ball. Yes, they have. But penalty on Mexico, diving over. It's going to be Turks and Caicos ball, right around midfield.
Turks and Caicos had a good setup there, but they didn't have too many guys at the breakdown and actually showed late. Mexico took advantage of that. And
Quick tap by the prop. Number 3, Aaron Williams. Another penalty by Mexico. Well, let's see if they're going to go for points here or they're going to kick for touch. Aaron Williams walking, getting up a little gingerly, taking the quick tap to the number 2. Big boy driving through. Kalano Palmer. Took about 3 guys to bring him down. Quick ball out wide. The number 10's coming through. He gets held up. A poach by Mexico. Stolen the ball, spinning it wide. Mexico again taking 3 and 4 defenders with them when they go in the take the ball.
Mexico has the ability, Mark, if you notice, to keep their feet and driving, sucking in more defenders.
Right.
And
Nice ball inside, back to the and
luck.
Referee calling a forward pass, but Mexico did have that overload there. Did an inside ball.
Yes.
Great inside ball, but coming back to the 10, it was just a little forward. So we'll have a scrum down Turks and Caicos. We are getting a nice breeze, and I'm really, really enjoying that breeze, Chris.
I definitely am.
Because there's a little sultry underneath this tent. Don't forget, if you want to post something, just hashtag RAN Super Week. The RAN Super Week is going to be going on from today all the way through July 16th. It's an 11-day event. Featured 23 matches, 11 teams, and a variety of administrative and educational events to further develop rugby in the region. Scrum down by Mexico, ball out, spinning it over to the right side. Past the gain line, 13 passing it. Oh, did not connect with the winger. He's still in bounds, broke a tackle. Moving the ball, they have the overload. Good pass out by the 9 to the big 8-man. He does drop the ball, but it went backwards. It's still okay. And they can get the ball wide. A big overload again for Mexico. Passing it to the fullback. Breaking a tackle, spinning to the 14 out wide. He's in the corner, he's through. And he will touch the ball down for another try by Mexico.
Mark, you see those couple phases there. Mexico just kept Turks just on their back foot the whole time. Couldn't, form a good defense and kept them, lackluster in a bit, and then took advantage of the expansion ball and resulted in a try.
Try on the left side there as we're looking at the Turks and Caicos. They do look a little winded. Looks like this Mexican team is taking it out of them. Well, when you have to have 5 guys tackle 1 guy, it gets kind of frustrating sometimes.
Yes. There's a whole nother half here, so definitely Turks and Caicos could see a big turnaround.
The captain, Franco Guerrero, for the extra point again. And the extra point is good. So that will bring the total to 26-0, 13 minutes left in the first half. Mexico in the lead. And it looks like we're having a water break here. Like I said, 92 degrees in Miami, and it is very warm. The definite water break will be needed for this heat.
Yes.
I know that I've been living here for 20 years, Chris, and let me tell you, you definitely need all the water breaks. For some reason, I overheat, and I don't have any hair, so it must be very challenging for these young bucks to weather the heat right here. But luckily, so far so good. We got a slight breeze.
Yes.
And It is very interesting. It's kind of a trial by fire by Turks and Caicos. Like we did say, they are in a rebuilding season. 7 or 8 of their veterans have moved up to the men's side. So this is going to be a challenge for them this week in the Rugby Americas North Championship. Once again, Pool A, this is our first match in Pool A. Mexico is taking on Turks and Caicos, the Cayman Islands. We will see them later. Now for our second match of the day, it's going to be Pool B, USA South and Bermuda.
That should be a good one.
Right, I'm interested to see both USA South. They are on a rebuilding as well, so we'll kind of see what team they bring out for the second game today. And Bermuda, it'll be the first time that I have eyes on them, so I'm very interested to see kind of what they bring to the table today as well. Hope you're enjoying the games here, live streamed on USA Rugby Americas North, the championship. It is Rand Super Week here in Miami, 13 teams. We also have 4 women's teams, and they're going to play a 10s tournament this year, the first one ever. Getting ready for another Turks and Caicos kickoff here.
Let's go!
Mexico set to receive. Turks and Caicos is up at the line right now.
So, Chris, you and I have been in several of these games. You know, you're down early. Let's see what Turks and Caicos does. Did not go 10. So let's see what Mexico wants to do.
Just those small penalties, you know,
Right.
sometimes they turn around and catch up to you. And especially if you want to try to come back from a 26 love start.
Right. They can just get a couple things going for them. I think it'll turn the tide here.
Yes.
Now, if you notice, we're seeing the 2 teams scrum down, and Mexico is clearly a much bigger pack. So we'll see what happens here.
Yes.
I think they're starting to wear down the Turks and Caicos side, but let's say a lot of rugby left to play. 12 minutes left in the half here. Ball out to the 10, a dummy to the center, and to the wing, breaking away. He's got gets tackled, ball bouncing around, back to Mexico as they're setting up another big overload. Now the Mexico's taking it in with their pack players. Let's see if they spin it wide here. Penalty on Turks and Caicos, not rolling away.
Possession wins.
There's been a lot of possession from Mexico, and Turks and Caicos been on the back foot this whole first half. Mexico kicking for touch. They're going to be about 10 meters away from the try line. Let's see what they do on this line out.
Mexico showing a lot of depth here from the line out.
To the first jumper it goes to. Passing the ball out to the backs. Great pass. 10 to the 13. Oh, knocked on. Could not execute there. Mexico. It's going to be Turks and Caicos ball right around their, I would say, 10-meter line away from the try line. You can really tell with his body language, Chris, about the difference between Mexico and Turks and Caicos right now.
100%. With Turks and Caicos, I see a lot of guys hands on the knees, you know, not helping out. That doesn't help out a lot, sucking in a lot of oxygen, and especially this heat. But Mexico is just really just running it down.
Taking it to them here so far in the first half. 10 minutes left here in the first. Good ball. They're clearing it. Turks and Caicos clears it.
Nice little chase by Turks and Caicos.
Knock the ball backwards. No, he did not. That was a knock on, the referee says. So now the Turks and Caicos going to get the ball again. Right near midfield.
see what Turks and Caicos can do here.
Wow. Mexico taking the scrum down. Number 9 taking it himself. From the side, the referee says. From the side. Penalty on Mexico. Quick tap by Turks and Caicos. Giving it to the big 8-man. Collision right at midfield. Turks and Caicos with the ruck, passing the ball out. Another big man taking it out the prop. Gets stymied right at midfield.
Good double team tackle there.
They're pounding it. Now they're spinning it out wide to the 10. Nice shifty 10.
Still keeping his feet,
Sherman
moving the ball.
Taylor doing all he can, getting about 10 meters there. But a turnover again. Mexico with the ball. Setting up the overload. They're taking it in. Turks and Caicos not responding to it, not seeing this overload. The 9 passing it out. Going wide, the 10 has it. There's an overload. Nice pass to the 12. Guerrero, the captain, to the winger. All right, again, it's out of bounds. Right about the 10-meter into the try line. That was a great ball work right there, Chris.
Very good ball movement. A little in and out by the outside center, off to the winger.
You know what I like Guerrero, what he did right there. He took on the defender, then he passed it to his winger to give the 14 an opportunity to score. Now, he just kind of ran out of real estate there, but that shows that Coach Ruben Duque, he's really got these kids basic in the fundamentals.
You can see right now Mexico really has a good field presence, understanding where they are on the field and really taking advantage of the breakdown, the rucks, and keeping possession.
Great camaraderie we're seeing right here.
The Turks and Caicos are at Mexico.
So we're having a water break right here. There's great camaraderie by both teams right now. It is a warm one, like we said, 92 degrees here in Miami, actually in Miramar, just north of Miami. But it is clear skies. We are seeing a couple clouds come in. Maybe that'll cool it off a little bit. But hey, this day is, that's what you expect for the summer in Miami.
Oh, yes. That's why we live here, Mark.
Right. A little over 7 minutes left before the half, and 26-0, Mexico leads it over Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos really hasn't seen the attacking side of the field so far, Chris.
No. A lot of missed opportunities.
Right.
A lot of turnover ball. And, I think hopefully in the second half, Keith Byrne, the coach of Turks and Caicos, can turn these guys around and, put some points on the board.
They got their own line out, spinning it out, trying to get it out of their end. Let's see what happens. It was a good ruck, maintaining possession there. They're trying to get it wide. You will see some good sidestepping from Turks and Caicos. They just have no room to operate. Mexico's all over them defensively. Taking it back into the try zone. It's a turnover, and Mexico recovers in the try zone for the score.
Turks and Caicos put themselves in that position, really trying to make something happen at the last minute, trying to get on the board. And Mexico really took advantage of them and isolated a lot of their players and forced them to make those unearned errors, in a sense, throwing the high balls and not paying attention with setting up.
Yeah, based on that outcome, maybe a clearing kick would have been the better option.
Yes.
But hey, that's the way the ball bounces, so to speak. And we'll see if Mexico can get this extra point. It's going to be right on the edge, right in the corner here. So it's going to have to be a challenging kick here. Let's see if they can convert.
Mark, when we started playing, we didn't, this wasn't around. And I'm glad to see this is growing big around the world for the youth to play rugby.
Absolutely. Extra point is no good, so we'll stay at 31-0. And this is a great opportunity for these kids in order to play this high level. I mean, when would you get the opportunity to play an international rugby tournament, at 17, 18 years of age? It's just incredible. And it's awesome that we are hosting this event in beautiful Miramar, Florida at Vizcaya Park, just north of Miami.
305.
Technically, it's not a 305.
Oh,
It's the 954.
Okay.
Because right across this canal behind us is 305.
Okay. Trying to be like Mr. Pitbull.
Little MIA.
Nice take.
Kickoff taken by Mexico, and they're driving it home. That 8-man has just been Geronimo, just been a beast. Towards the sideline, great pass to the 12. Guerrero down the sideline, all the way, diving for the try.
He has to come back and thank his prop, his little tight head right there, number 3, Esteban Vimas. Now, it's always good to see these big boys with hands like that.
It's always good to see when them props can pass that ball like as good as the backs.
That's right.
Because Chris over here, he's
my
more
love
of a
for the
back
forwards.
player. Right, he's a
My
forwards
love
player.
for the forwards.
And your host here, Mark Patterson, he's more of a back player. And that's why everybody says that all the pretty guys are in the backs. Isn't that right, Chris?
Well, I don't know about you.
That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what everybody tells me, at least. Now, Guerrero, the captain, scores a try and trying to get the extra point as well. Just great ball movement by Mexico. They're just, once again, Turks and Caicos just been on that back foot the whole first half. Nice strike, and he gets it. The extra point, 38-0. Little under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. So, Chris, what does Turks and Caicos have to do to kind of get back into this game?
I think big is to focus on possession, not really force the ball. In the sense of trying to create something, have one person, and not to isolate the individual running the ball. And really, at the Brucks, really need to pay attention and get that quick ball and establish that ruck, and to help keep possession for sure.
Well, they're going to have to utilize their speed. I mean, I think they do have an advantage. Kick right to the prop here.
No.
He's breaking through. Once again, 4 guys on him. Still can't bring him down. Mexico can kind of pick where they want to go. Nice dish to the 7, breaking through. Stiff arm, left and right, down to the 5. Let's see what happens here. Pass to the prop, driving through, and the score, Esteban Vimas. I think that's his 2nd try of the day.
He's moving it. Love to see the big boys move it.
They are on the gas, Mexico. Right off the kickoff, taking it right to Turks and Caicos. They just can't handle the size and speed so far.
Well, I definitely think fitness plays a part as well, and that has to help Mexico as well, taking advantage of them, keeping the ball moving as fast as they can.
Absolutely. Guerrero with the extra point attempt. Nice stroke by Guerrero, right on the right corner there. It is good. So that's going to make it 45-0 at a half. 1 minute and 1.5 before halftime here.
Like you said, Mark, 1 minute left. Let's see what Turks and Caicos can do at the half to help carry them over to the second half.
Well, that needs some sort of momentum to kind of keep them going in the second half here. They will have the wind in the second half, so we'll see if they can do something with them. This time it's a long ball off the kick. The number 10 from Mexico, little up and under kick, out of bounds right at the halfway line.
Lineout's going to be to Turks and Caicos.
This will probably be the last play of the first half. The horn sounds, the play keeps going. Turks and Caicos, kind of a sloppy ball out to wide. The 10 takes it to the 13. Nice speed. Let's see if they can ruck over. Nice, maintain the ruck. They have numbers out left. Going weak side. What are they going to do with it? 15 has it. Not getting to the gain line.
No,
Mexico all over them.
Yes, they need to move forward. As you can see, Turks and Caicos are just standing still on their back foot,
There's
not moving forward momentum.
Right. They're catching the ball flat-footed, just not able to get through that gain line. Ooh, knocked forward there. And that'll do it for the first half of the first game of the 2016 Rugby America's North Championship. 45-0, Mexico all over Turks and Caicos so far. We'll see what the second half brings. Now you got time to go to the refrigerator, get a nice, tasty cold beverage, maybe some food, maybe a little bathroom break, and we will see you back here for the beginning of the second half. And we're at halftime here of the first game for the Rugby America's North Championship. Mexico leading Turks and Caicos 45-0 at halftime. And we have a special guest here, Scott Harland, the Regional Development Manager for RAN, or Rugby America's North. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Oh, it's great to be here, and thanks so much for the coverage you guys are giving. It certainly adds a lot to the game for them to get some quality interaction with the experts on it.
Well, I'm glad that you guys are here in Miramar in Miami. And can you tell us a little bit about what your role is for RAN?
Sure. So I'm the Regional Development Manager, which development means anything pretty much. So I might help from teaching presidents, executive bodies how to manage the game, helping with the development of the game or writing curriculum for schools, helping coaches and referees at either the top level or flag rugby coaches. So it's anything that helps grow the game and grow it stronger. Our motto is growing strong and true to our values.
So can you give us a little bit of history about RAN? I mean, I know it used to be called NACRA and kind of where it started and where it is today.
Sure. Well, World Rugby wanted there to be regional governing bodies. For a long time, Canada had its own seat on Executive Council. USA was kind of its own thing. And West Indies Rugby was running themselves. So then it was, well, that doesn't make much sense because we should have a regional body. So Canada, we all joined together to make NACRA. And then out of that, now we're Rugby America's North to match our counterpart in the South, Rugby America's South. And we're all merged into one management union, even though we're separate governing bodies. And it's just helped us organize things a lot more. So we have now tournaments like this that involve a USA South team, but it always used to be just the Caribbean teams. Mexico's come in and become very strong as part of this regional approach we have.
So where do you see, you started in 2003, is that right?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay, and started with 3 teams, and now we're up to?
Well, now we're up to 9. We had 10 teams listed.
Okay.
And there's Barbados, who are usually a strong team at this. Just this year said they don't quite have the quality players that to bring. They were smart, said, we'll work on next year. So we could have had as much as 11 or 12 teams here, and that's an amazing jump. The game's going so fast. Part of the good work of unions is getting the game to kids.
Right.
And saying this is exciting for kids. It used to be just an adult game played by a few expats in corners. Now we're realizing the value of getting it out to this is exciting. These guys are running around, and rugby in their places are going to be a lot better because of this tournament.
So where do you see the RAN and the youth component of rugby in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, next 5 to 10 years, I think we're going to see a lot more crossover with South America. We're going to say, hey, how do these teams compare with Peru, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil? That's exciting, seeing parts of the world people here would never see. I think we're going to have we have Dominican Republic coming, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Haiti, all with rugby programs growing. So those are big population countries.
Right.
And then when they start bringing their athletes in, that's going to be more like a Mexico. So we're probably going to end up having to have 3 divisions at this.
Wow.
So that we can put everyone's playing the right caliber. There shouldn't be 45 nothings.
So do you see a spike possibly with exposure from the Olympics next month?
We're counting on it. We're working with unions to try and make sure they're getting as much profile as they can during that exercise. That, hey, the Olympics are showing rugby. Be talking about rugby in your community. Be showing them, hey, here's rugby. Here's where to come for rugby. Here's where to get coaches for rugby. So we really are expecting a massive spike. We're actually seeing a spike since the announcement that it was in the Olympics 3 years ago, and we are finishing off. I think we're going to see an amazing growth after the next year.
Well, I know, speaking for Chris and myself, that if we had rugby at this age, we would be all over it, and we started a little bit later because we just didn't have these opportunities like these kids have now. And with your work, Scott, this is definitely a fantastic event. Thank you very much for joining us today. Scott Harlan, Regional Development Manager for Rugby Americas North. Thank you very much.
Keep up the great work.
Getting ready for the second half. Mexico is on top 45-0 over Turks and Caicos. We'll be back. We're getting ready for the second half kickoff right now. Caicos, they have actually been able to acquire their own field in probably the most expensive real estate in the world. They have their own full-size pitch on the main island, so you'll definitely start seeing them with coming out with more players. Like I said, they get a pool of about 100 players in the whole country in order to that are currently playing rugby. Second half kickoff just started, landed just past the 10-meter. Looks like, is that the 8-man taking it up? About halfway line. Passing the ball out. Ooh, looks like a knock on from Mexico. So what'd you see in the first half there, Chris?
Well, the first half, I think Turks and Caicos really came out quiet. Really unsure of themselves on what they can do and their abilities. Let's hope the second half that Coach Keith Barant, really spoke to the guys and told them to get deeper and run on pace, and as well as just protect the ball, protect your teammates, because I think that's the biggest advantage that they can have in the second half to bring the score closer.
Get back into the game. Got a knock on by Mexico, so we'll see a scrum down by Turks and Caicos. Mauricio Moreno, he is the replacement scrum half for Turks and Caicos. Cooper Patterson, the ball boy, he's 7 years old. How long you been playing rugby there, Cooper?
4 years. 4 years.
Right, and maybe one day you'll be in this tournament. Ball out to the 8-man from Turks and Caicos. Mexico all over him, right at the back of the ruck. And knocked forward by Turks and Caicos. But you know what, Chris? I'm seeing a lot more intensity from the Turks and Caicos side coming out in this second half.
I would agree.
Also at Rugby America Super Week, we're having a women's tens tournament. That's the first this week. It's the first tens tournament ever for the women's team, and you're starting to see the women growing as well. Just what Scott was saying, the women are growing just as fast as the men in rugby in large part due to the Olympics that are getting ready to be next month.
Yes, Mark, it's just great, and it's great to hear what Scott was saying about the growth of rugby pretty much around the world. And
Right.
I'm really happy to see women's rugby is picked up. Fine women out there just working hard and really, really putting a stamp for women's rugby around the world. So hats off to them.
Scrum down for Mexico right here, just by their 10-meter line. The wind is in Turks and Caicos' favor this second half. Pass the ball out to the 10 of Mexico, to the 12. Breaking through the line. Nice dish. Ruck by Mexico went backwards. The 13's taking it on the sideline. Keeping it alive, passing it to his fullback. Good counter ruck, but Turks and Caicos getting the ball. Turnover. Have an overload weak side. Ooh, knock on by Turks and Caicos.
Mexico did a really good job on that, on defensive stance, really making loud noise, really kind of confusing the Turks and Caicos guys, and possibly, that caused that knock on.
Ended up in a turnover there.
Yeah.
It's going to be, he's going to call the knock on and not the line out. So a knock on and scrum down Mexico.
We got some reserves coming on here from Mexico right now.
Brandon Bustos, the number 19, he's filling in for the flanker. And I didn't see the other. Is it
So we have a prop that went to
to
eight.
8-man? Prop that went to 8-man. So Esteban Vimas, who was playing prop, he's down. He's at the 8-man now. Once again, just starting off the second half, we're playing 35-minute halves in this tournament. 45-0 so far, Mexico over Turks and Caicos. I'm Mark Patterson along with Chris Vassell.
Good afternoon.
Yes. From Vizcaya Park in Miramar, Florida. It's just north of Miami. Slight breeze here. It is still warm at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Ball's out to the 10. Passing it to the 12. Oh, intercepted! Number 12, Turks and Caicos. Can he complete the distance going step by step all the way? Can he get there? Right on the getting tackle right at the touchline. Not releasing by the penalty, not releasing by Mexico. Penalty at the 5-meter line. Can they punch it in for their first score of the day?
I think that's
Ball out, spinning it wide. The prop's in the corner. He's right on the line. Can he punch it in? A ruck. Driving. They're right there. Can they punch it in? Mexico ready for the defense. They've stacked them up.
Turks and Caicos need full possession here on this play.
And they have a guy down in the far corner, Turks and Caicos. The prop taking it up. So counter-rucking by Mexico, and they've turned the ball over. Mexico has stolen the ball with a great counter-ruck. They're clearing the ball. The ball is cleared. Not very far. Let's see what happens. Turks and Caicos grabs it. Their winger still has it. Very shifty. He's still up. Oh, gets tackled. A ruck is set.
Oh, hard luck,
Knock
turnover.
forward here. And we'll go with a knock forward. But let me tell you, there is life in this Turks and Caicos side. Wow, Chris, what about Myron Pereira?
Came through, took the ball.
Nice
Unexpected.
interception.
Very good interception, ran it through. Had some trouble, looked like he could have darted it down, but
You
really
know,
got
I
stopped
thought
on
he was
that
going to
one.
be able to get in there. It seemed like maybe if he just dove, but then again, hey, I wasn't right there.
Yes.
It looked like he was able to get to that line, but, just couldn't get it. Great defense by Mexico. And then the counter ruck, down in the corner. That was great defense by Mexico.
Like we said earlier in the first half, I mean, Turks and Caicos cannot keep the rucks, strong. They haven't been able to solidify that
Great pass
perspective.
by the 10. They have an overload right here. Stiff arm. Great
Nice
offload to the
offload
12.
through
Guerrero.
the channel.
Guerrero's going down. He's under 22. He's going in for the score. Captain of the Mexican side, number 12, Franco Guerrero. I think that's a hat trick for the day. And what an offload by I want to say that was the 10, Rodrigo Gephardt. What a great offload right there, Chris.
Great offload, great discipline, great channel running right there for that offload. Very good play by Mexico. That's the one thing we said, Mexico, once they have possession, if you make a mistake, they take real good advantage of it. And that's the key to a really successful club or program is being able to recognize when to take advantage and
Absolutely.
do it well.
They are attacking Turks and Caicos at every facet of the ball. Even with a turnover, they were not, and a breakaway by Turks and Caicos, they were not able to capitalize. And you see how dialed in Mexico is in this tournament. They look like, it's just the first game so far, but they look like as one of the favorites for the rest of this tournament, Chris.
Going in this week, I would have to agree with you.
They are the defending champs of the Rugby Americas North Tournament and Championship. Guerrero going for the point after, not able to connect with that one. However, what a fantastic try. 50-meter run by Captain Franco Guerrero. And the score now is 50-0. Mexico over Turks and Caicos. 26 minutes left in the game. Don't forget our second game of this doubleheader is going to be USA South versus Bermuda immediately following, or 6 p.m. Eastern time is the start time for that second match.
Well, Miriam Pereira really sparked something up with Turks and Caicos.
You mean Myron?
Is that what he's?
Well, it looks like Myron.
Oh, man.
So we're going to go with Myron.
Another Key and Peele moment, huh?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. A Key and Peele reference. Chris. Nice. I like it. All right, let's see if Turks and Caicos can still stay aggressive here. They looked a lot better in the second half. Mexico with the ruck here, passing the ball out. Good defense by Turks and Caicos. Oh, he's breaking through the one. The
nice
pop
tackle.
Through. Nice offload. Penalty to Mexico. I want to say, looks like it's not releasing from the tackle. Let's see what Mexico does here. That was a great run by Tila Forbes, the loose head prop there. Broke through the line. He did get tackled, but a great offload right from the ground. Mexico kicking for touch. They're going to have it just beyond the 10 meters from Turks and Caicos. Let's see what they do from this set piece. Oh, excuse me, my bad. The loose head prop, Yafet Suro with the run. So if you're a family member watching online on our YouTube channel, yes, we are kind of butchering the names here. We apologize. We're doing the best that we can from these two Americans that are calling a team from Mexico and from Turks and Caicos. And my Espanol is muy mal, Chris.
I would agree. Que lástima.
Ball out to the 10, dummy. Oh, the 11
nice
coming
crash
in.
Ball through.
Oh, he breaks 4 tackles, going through for the score right through the pipes. Right in the center. Number 11, Judel Soro for the try. A great dummy to the 12, then popping it back inside to the 11 euro.
That's a classic line break right there from the center crash. Really through, caught Turks and Caicos looking in, and he just took advantage of it and went outside.
They were so focused on those centers that have been killing them all day. Great play by the 10 for the call. Rodrigo Ripoll to make that call back to the inside of that number 11 winger coming through. The Turks and Caicos just did not see that coming.
Yes. One thing, too, I didn't hear a lot of communication from Turks and Caicos defensively.
Right.
So that was a key component to that one, defensively.
Extra point is good by Guerrero. 57-0. Mexico in the lead. 23 minutes left in the game. Don't forget, if you want to post something, just go ahead and use the hashtag #RanSuperWeek. Rugby America's North Championship. This is the first game of a doubleheader on the first day of the championship. Our next game at 6 o'clock tonight Eastern, USA South versus Bermuda. The number 10 taking it up, breaking through, 2 tackles, nice sidestep, great offload, did not connect up, but Guerrero takes it. It's calling a knock forward. Great run by Rodrigo Ripoll to break through that line, and I thought he had that pass connected, but just couldn't do it, and the ref called a knock on there. Turks and Caicos put in for this scrum down.
Mexico's really putting a lot of pressure on Turks and Caicos today and really making it hard work for them in the office, you know. So it's something that the coach wants to go back, Keith Morant, and just sit down with Turks and Caicos and hopefully get to watch some highlight film and see, you know, where the mistakes came from. But Mexico really, I would say, Mark, really put a lot of pressure defensively on Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, so far, I mean, it's 57-0 right now, even though Turks and Caicos have a huge, almost insurmountable lead, insurmountable tally they have to come back against. I've liked how they have come out in the second half. They played a lot stronger, but they're starting to fall off a little bit with this 57-0 gap here they have. Throw in, Mexico. Oh, Turks and Caicos recovers, passing it out wide.
Really good pass.
He's running sideways. Let's see if he cuts it back up. Oh, the 15 has it. He gets back up. Taken out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Good run by Trayvon Garland. He just kind of ran out of room there. It's going to be a line out to Mexico. Mexico gathers it, driving forward with their pack. A great push by their pack. Hardly any resistance from Turks and Caicos. Driving it down, finally gets them down. The 12, a long pass to the winger over to Turks and Caicos defenders. Scores it in the try. Beautiful score.
Very good score. Nice read by the second half right there. Looking out wide, hearing the call coming down. So that was a good play. Really good play. Expansive rugby again.
Love the pass by Rodrigo Ripoll, the number 10, over 2 defenders to Udel Soro. Scores in the corner. That's the second try for Soro in the last 5 minutes. Great score, great rugby.
Yeah, I think Turks and Caicos definitely really good play really good rugby. But I think that what they need to take from this game to go forward for the rest of the week is just working on their communications defensively. I think that's a big issue out there today.
It has been a definite mismatch for this first game of the Rugby America's North Championship. However, we did say that the Turks and Caicos, are having a rebuilding year, and I do know that if you are on this side of the 57-0, make that 62-0. Now, at least that you're having it in the first game of the tournament versus the last game, Chris.
I would agree 100%. In a sense, definitely get the cobwebs out.
Absolutely. This is a young team, Turks and Caicos. Like I said, several of them have just started picking up the sport. They are playing with intensity for especially better in the second half, and we should see a much better team coming out in their second game. And they are playing against the defending champions, Mexico. They won it last year and always have been in contention for the title here with the Rugby Americas North. 17 minutes left in the game, 62-0 Mexico. The wind has died down a little bit, and we may be up for some cloud cover soon. Kicking deep by Turks and Caicos.
Nice little step.
Nice step by the fullback there, or the winger. Better talking by Turks and Caicos now. Great offload to the one, breaking a prop, is breaking all the way through. Oh, the 15 has got him down right about the 10-meter line to the try line. Towards the 5-9, passing it out wide to Guerrero again, scoring. Going through, now he's trying to center the ball. Another score by the captain, Guerrero.
Yeah, really good ball movement, and especially a good run by Lucet Jafet Suro.
Oh, my goodness, Soto. I mean, wow, he must be one of the faster guys on the team, and he's a prop, Chris.
Yeah,
he's
reminds
even
me of
faster than
myself.
you, bro.
Reminds me of
come
myself.
on. Even in your prime. Come on.
A really good ball movement. Hey, man, he's only 19. Come on now, all right? Give me a break.
Wow.
Really good running.
You know what?
Powerful and strong, right through the brakes.
It was. I mean, heck, I thought he was going to break the whole thing.
Yes.
Now we're starting to see some cramping from the Turks and Caicos side. This heat is tough, and
Yeah.
I don't know how many substitutions they've made for the game. Guerrero, I've lost track of how many scores he's had for Mexico.
Well, Kylie Morris is off, the number 5 for Turks and Caicos. Seemed to have got an injury.
Extra point is good. So I think that's going to be 67-0. I'll get confirmation on that. $15 minutes left in the game. Mexico, we're at a water break right now. Mexico, wow, they are definitely going to be the ones to beat so far. Just great play all around, especially by their captain Guerrero, has led them every way in every facet of the game. He's scored, I want to say, 5 times so far. And not only that, it hasn't been a one-man band whatsoever. It's been a total team effort.
Really? Yeah, I was going to say that as well.
Especially with Jafet Suro, the number 1 loosehead. He's had numerous breakaways at prop. And then you factor in Udell Soto, the number 11 winger. I think he's got a hat trick so far as well. So all around great play. They've been attacking, and they've always been aggressive, not only on offense but as well as defense, Chris.
I agree 100%. Really good. Really keeping Turks and Caicos just really second-guessing what they have to do out there, and really, just falling short on both sides of the field, defensively and offensively.
Turks and Caicos are definitely overmatched in this game, but they need to finish out this game, finish it strong, and they need to learn from this, because as you know, when you take a beat down like this, you're going to have to look inside yourself to see, hey, what do I need to do in order to get better?
Yes.
And what do I need to do to come out and show my country, that I'm giving it all I can.
Well, definitely both sides are, and just bad luck today that Mexico, reigning champions, are definitely showing why they were last year's champions.
Absolutely, and for Turks and Caicos, you got the short end of the draw on this when you come to the tournament. But once again, it is pool play. In Pool A, you have Mexico, Turks and Caicos, and the Cayman Islands, and then Pool B, USA South, Bermuda, Trinidad, and Tobago rounds out Pool B. And then the trophy division, we have Guyana, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. Now, once again, the next game is going to be 6 o'clock, our doubleheader, USA South versus Bermuda, and that will be the first game in Pool B. Looking forward to that. We had Scott Harlan, the regional development manager, for RAN, Rugby Americas North. He stopped by and told us about what's going on and how fast that rugby is growing in the Americas, Chris.
Really fast. And now, like we said, we'll go back to what we were saying with Scott, that when we were younger, this wasn't around at all. You know, and now, you know, for our kids that are playing, this is a great opportunity for them to develop throughout the ranks, you know, represent your country, your region in a sense, and then hopefully get picked up on the national level to play for your national side and you know, go to the World Cup as well, sevens, Olympics now, and do a lot of things.
Right, and what great exposure for these kids,
Yes.
because, I mean, you know, you grew up in Turks and Caicos, you live on an island, and you get to come to Miami for a whole week, you know,
play rugby.
be able to travel to meet all the other rugby players. And rugby is a culture, you know, and anywhere you can go. And the beauty about that is that I came up playing football, and then I switched over to rugby. But what other sport can you have that you're able to travel the world and meet people that love the game of rugby just as much as you do?
Yeah, rugby is a very good sport.
Great offload by Mexico. Two great offloads to the prop. Another one. The 10 has it. He's breaking away. Number 10 taking it to the house. Rodrigo Ripoll. Does he get it down? Yes, he does. Another score from Mexico. Great passing. Great offloading by Mexico.
Yes, it looks like it caught Turks and Caicos off guard real quick, how fast that possession moved.
Yeah, they just weren't ready for that one. Ripoll, he has been just the playmaker, setting everybody up, but deciding to take that one for himself.
Yes. Well, Turks and Caicos, they'll have a little bit to work on, but definitely will be a team to think about for the week to come. Definitely.
Guerrero, I think his leg's going to fall off for all these point afters he's making right here, or he's attempting. The kick is up. It's just to the left. You know what I was noticing that, Chris? You see the football post in the back. I was almost thinking he was aiming towards the football post.
Oh, yes,
so
I
close
saw
together there. But the point after is no good. It's 74-0. Mexico over Turks and Caicos. About a little over 13 minutes left in the game here. We were talking to the Mexican supporters, and they were telling us that there's over 100 teams now in Mexico. In fact, every state, they have a national tournament. Every state has to has a state team, so to speak, and they have tournaments to play each other for a national championship, and that's only happened in the last couple of years. A lot of great things are developing in rugby, especially youth rugby, and especially in RAN here at Super Week. Kick deep by Turks and Caicos. The ruck by Mexico. Instead of clearing it, Mexico takes it up by one of the reserves. He's a big boy, taking a nice offload. Oh! Knocks the ball on. Ashad Bean knocks the ball on. Oh, excuse me. No. Rafael Sanchez. No, 23. Luke Martin. He knocked the ball on. But they had a good run. Instead of clearing the kick, they just ran it right out. So now we have a scrum down. Turks and Caicos close to the halfway line. 12 minutes left in the match. 74-0 Mexico. Turks and Caicos maintaining possession, passing the ball out. The 10, dummying it, taking it himself. That's actually the 7.
Ball's up.
The other flanker, the number 6,
You see right
Joseph
now how
Musgrove.
flat Turks and Caicos is.
Right. Fatigue is definitely a factor this part of the game. And Mexico all up on them. Nice cutback. Nice running by the number 2, the hooker, Kalano Palmer.
Offload.
Takes it in. Oh, knocked backwards. Not releasing in the tackle by Mexico. Penalty, Turks and Caicos. They still have some life in them. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard. Giving it to the big 8-man, taking it up.
High low tackle by Mexico.
And a knock on by Turks and Caicos.
Once again, Mark, a lot of misused possession by Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, absolutely. You're definitely seeing the fatigue set in right now. 10 minutes left in the game.
It's going to be a scrum down, Mexico.
Mexico has it, passes the ball out to the 10. Going wide with it. Passing it to the winger. He gets a run, got met by several Turks defenders. A lot of walking going on the Turks side. Offload. Great cutback by Mexico. Turks on the back foot. Still able to take the ball. Is that a turnover? No, Mexico has it. Knock on by Mexico. Hey, I tell you what, Turks and Caicos, they are pretty much dead tired, but good defensive stand there.
Giving them all they got, you know, keeping their heads up high. Definitely want to put a point on the score, you know. Definitely want to get on that scoreboard and show that they're still in it. But like I said, you know, it was a tough day for them. A lot of turnovers, miscommunication.
Let me tell you, when you're down 74-0, you definitely want to put some points on the board.
Yes.
I was in a game, we were down 80-0, and I scored and I got all excited. You know, I mean, hey, you don't want to get that goose egg.
No,
you know,
you
at least
don't.
you can say you were able to score something. Got a timeout on the field right now, so water break. For those at home, we hope you're enjoying the coverage of the 2016 Rugby's America's North Championship on our YouTube channel. I'm Mark Patterson with my co-host,
Chris Vassell.
Chris Vassell. 10 minutes left to go in the first game of the championship here. Our next match will feature USA South against Bermuda starting at 6 p.m. Mexico with a big push. Turks getting it out. Breaking the gain line. Nice run by Turks and Caicos. Scrum half takes it himself. Passes it out wide. Looks like he lost it in the ruck there.
Possession once again.
Nope, maintains possession. Very flat by Turks and Caicos. They can't expect to get anything done with being that flat on offense. Turks still driving. Third phase. Crash ball. Looks like that ball is out. No, referee says no. Taking it up. It seems like everybody's tired on Turks and Caicos. Nobody wants to run with the ball. Mexico is spread out all over the field. Their defense is ready to go. Turks trying to go wide here.
Good hands ball.
May be able to get something.
Ball's
That
out.
ball's out. Mexico takes it up. Passing it to the 9.
Ball still stays in.
Getting real sloppy right now. Penalty coming in from the side by Mexico. Let's see what Turks and Caicos does with this.
Chose to take the line out here.
Going to have a line out by Turks and Caicos right at the 10 meter of Mexico. Let me tell you, Chris, I'm tired just watching that series right there. Probably about 2.5 minutes just of non-stop tackling.
Good tackling, too.
8, 4, 6, 9, 2, problem.
Mexico stole the line out. Passing it to the 10. He's taking it himself. Broke the gain line, popped it up. Mexico has an overload. They're taking it inside. Looks like they're going to set it up to send it wide, Chris.
Rodrigo Ripple, the fly half, he really sets up the play from the beginning with forward momentum going forward.
Nice pass to the big man, passing it wide. Still trying to get it wide. And a knock on by Mexico. Turks and Caicos ball, scrum down, 4:25 left in the game. 74-0 Mexico.
You know, number 18, the reserve for the props, Jair Camacho, really has some good hands, it looks like, for a big boy.
Turks, he's a big boy. He's got to be 3 bills easy. Okay? I don't want to be tackling him. Whenever I see those guys, I always do the ole tackle. You know, you let them run by you, and then you kind of fall on top of them.
Turks still keeping possession on that set piece. Nice tackle.
You know, Chris, the tackling's still constant with Mexico. They're just
Yes.
not letting up, not letting Turks and Caicos have anything. It's got to be a credit to their coach, Ruben Duque. Ruben Duque. Three minutes left to go in this one. Scrum down, Turks and Caicos. Let's see if they can get on the board before the end of the game here. Looks like they're going to redo the throw in here, or the input from the scrum. The put in, I should say. You know, these kids have been playing, these young men have been playing for, some of them for several years, other ones just, you know, this could be their first official tournament. You know, when I was 19, I had my first game, and I was actually blocking guys, Chris.
Yeah, from the old football mentality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we run in a couple of those guys once in a while.
Right,
don't we?
right, exactly.
But they learn real fast.
Right. Looks like we're going to do another scrum down. Going to reset it. 1:40 left in the game.
Well, I'm really rooting for Turks and Caicos. Want to see them come in before the end of the half. At the end of the full time.
Penalty to Turks and Caicos. Looks like not binding in the scrum by Mexico. Let's see what they do here. Less than a minute left in the game. Kicking for touch.
Jackson, what are you doing?
All right, let's see if Turks and Caicos can get on the board here. Line out the Turks and Caicos. This is going to be the last play of the game. The horn has sounded. Let's see if they can keep this ball alive and get it into the try zone. Calling a penalty to Mexico. Mexico taking it up by the halfway line. They have to keep it alive. If not, the game is over. Nice pass to the 13, a stiff arm. Nice pass to the 15. He got one more to Guerrero. Turks is still competing. Penalty. Quick tap by Mexico. And another score by Mexico to finish it off here. The first game of the Rugby Americas North Championship. Mexico will take this over Turks and Caicos. Currently 79-0. If they get the extra point, it may change. But a very interesting first game. Outmatched Turks and Caicos, Chris, against Mexico.
By the defending champions. You know, you got it hands off. Hats off to them. Mexico really played a really expansive rugby from the first half. Really had them on the back foot and really, put Turks and Caicos, in that awkward position, and it was hard, from the first half. What was it? Almost 30-0.
It was
the
a
first,
lot.
right? And second
That
half.
was 47, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
like that.
and
Extra
Mexico
point is up.
didn't let Turks and Caicos get the momentum in the second half where they had plenty of opportunity to, and just held them at bay. So, hats off to the reigning champs. Let's see what they do for the rest of the week, and as well as Turks and Caicos for out here giving it the full 80 minutes.
First one is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. 79-0 Mexico over Turks and Caicos. That's the first match, and that was the first match in Pool A. The next game we'll see coming up at 6 o'clock, USA South. They're obviously the home team playing in Miami against Bermuda. So we will see you shortly for the second game of the 2016 Rugby Americas North Championship. start talking to the ball boy.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were going to talk to
No, I'm just going to talk to him real quick. Jackson and Steve Jordan.
Why y'all walking away? We still in the tunnel. Come on.
All three, okay? If you're going to do a job and you do it well instead of just sitting there, okay? You two were wrestling over here, but not watching where the play was, and the ball came over there. Are you guys up to the task, or do you want to go play on the swing sets over there?
Oh, where is
Yeah, why don't you guys step out here, grab your mics and just step right out.
And next step, that's going to be fantastic.
Okay, right? Leading the day? You speak English?
You guys can stand right up here, face me.
Yeah, that's fine. Guerrero, the captain, and who else? Give me the list.
So for future, we're gonna try and get them over here right away. Like I asked the coach to come over before we talk to these players. So next, probably gonna go for the next match. Don't sign off, or if you have to sign off, just say we'll be right back. If you can. Sometimes it's not.
Let me just say it. I mean, you could be the eye candy. Other mic? Hey! How are you? Ruben Duque. Ruben Duque. Duque. Ready? It's up to you guys.
Stand a little closer together. Look at me. There you go.
3, 2, 1. We're here with Ruben Duque. Did I pronounce that right? Duque.
Yes.
Okay, from the winner of our first match of the 2016 Rugby Americas Championship, 79-0 win over Turks and Caicos. And Ruben, your boys looked excellent today.
Yeah, they played a good game. To be honest, it was the first game for us. We didn't have the opportunity to train during the year, so it has been the first time that they played together. So it was a surprise, the kind of game they did. So they have been training for the last 2 weeks, and everything happened here on the field. That is the place that it has to be. So we are very happy for the victory, but we have to look for the mistakes that we found during the game to fix them and to play better on next Wednesday, because Cayman is going to be much more stronger.
Well, you know, looking at the game and watching it, it's your pressure on offense, attacking the defensive line, and especially on defense as well. You guys were up in their face the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. We are working on the player, no if he's a forward or maybe if he's a back. We want all the players playing on the game, around the field. I mean, they have to pass the ball. If they have to kick the ball, they have to kick the ball. We are working on the skills to give them the opportunity to play rugby. It doesn't care about what the position is or where are they on the field, whatever. So we want to create a perfect player able to play everywhere around the field.
Well, great, not only a great team effort, but great individual performances from your 1, from your 11, and also Guerrero, your number 12, your captain.
Yeah, to be honest, in Mexico, the clubs are doing a great job. It's why they play like they played today. No, it's after 2 weeks of training, they cannot have that skills. So it's because in the clubs during the year and after a lot of years of working, they developed a lot of skills. So thank you very much to all the clubs in Mexico. Because of them, they can play as they played today.
You know, and also your number 10, his ball movement and his vision on the field just totally set a lot of your opportunities up today.
Yeah, Ripoll is his name. He used to play number 15.
Really?
The problem is just before coming here, we lost like 4 players from the starting 15. So we had to find players in another positions, and one of them was number 10, also number 1. Number 1 normally he plays as number 6, but today he had to play as number 1. I know that he's not gonna be happy with me, but he played so good today. So thank you to all of them and congratulations.
Well, based on his performance today, I think you should keep him at number 10.
Of course he will.
79-0 win for Mexico on the first round against Turks and Caicos. They will see the Caymans on Wednesday. Is that correct, Coach? Yeah. Ruben, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in your next game.
Thank you.